finally the last book for my April haul comes in today. Now, these first two books. Wait. Oh, I'm on. I'm in what's it called mode. Um, Complete April haul mode. But anyways, these two you still haven't seen, so we're still good. But I don't think it's a lot of them actually. It's like two books I could take out. But anyways, these first two books were technically they were purchased in May, but because they came in well before the last April book came in, this is also a new rule. It counts as an April book, and that is Kelly Thompson's The Cull, collecting 1 through 5 of The Cull, written by Kelly Thompson with artwork done by Matea de Lewis, and colors by someone else, or is it that letter? No, yeah, art and colors done by Matea de Lewis. And this one seemed to be very similar to a movie called Super 8, where they 5 friends go on an adventure to try and see it right here. Yeah, 5 friends setting off in the middle of the night to shoot a short film on a forbidden rock near their small coastal town. And it's summer before they all go their separate ways. So yeah, a lot like Super 8. And Super 8 is they are trying to shoot a movie, shooting a movie, and then something like weird happens. It seems to be somewhat similar here. Now, a lot of people gave this some like quotes here, like praise, blurbs, that's what they call it. Matthew Rosenberg did, Al Ewing did, that's about it. And then the other two are, again, or actually, 3 are like IGN clones. And it says like IGN, like say IGN said it's the best book of the year. It just says IGN. I hate when they do that. It should be like the person who said that, and obviously it's not IGN itself that said that. And it's very strange. And I'll show the artwork of this book. And this is one I got for free because of a gift card. Now I was like, oh, should I get this one or should I get that one? But this one was the one I had on my birthday list, so it's kind of a no-brainer to get that. But it was kind of one of those things where I was like, oh, I could have gotten this instead. But it's kind of surprising, other book that I could have gotten instead. Where I was like, oh my god, I could have gotten that book. There was one other one, and it was by Saladin Ahmed. It was this Image comic book that has been released so far. But then I didn't know. I was like, I know there's another book he had that was coming out very soon, and I remember seeing it like, in the back of my mind, I was like, I saw that not too long ago. Apparently, it was a long time ago because it was in May, and it got released on May 3rd. And I don't like doing that thing where there's a book, because the second book by the author, even though it's completely unrelated to the other one, I still don't like getting, like, if I got The Cull now and Black Cloak, I wouldn't want to get, okay, so we're done. You guys know what I'm saying. I think you guys get the point. There's a book that's out right now. I did the same thing with Revolvers and St. Mercy. St. Mercy Volume 2, Issue 1 is out right now. And I was like, oh great, it makes that completely useless. But the only book by Kelly Thompson that's the new book that's coming out by her, next month, June. So it's kind of like, you know what, let's get this now. Yeah, come June, I'm going to be kind of pissed, but it's not The Cull, and it's like, you know what, let's get that. And again, it was on my list. But anyways, The Cull. I was trying to explain it, but I was doing a terrible job explaining it. But basically, TLDR is there's another book by Saladin Ahmed that's out right now, and that trade for that series does not come out until September. So I was like, you know what, let's not have another John Sir Platt in our hands. Let's get The Cull. And I already knew like that Black Cloak issue 7 was coming out in June anyways. It's like, you know what the hell ever. Then we have the other book I purchased in May, but I'm counting it as a April book, and that is The Vault, written by Sam Sakar, with artwork done by Gary Gastomi. And this was one that I found for $7 or $6? No, $6. $6. I found this book. Used very good. Now, what's kind of funny is I have another used very good book here that's in worse condition than this is. You think it'd be the other way around because Amazon would be like, yeah, that's used very good, whatever, what the hell ever. There's just some very, very minor. Like, this is honestly what I want out of a used very good. If there has to be some sort of blemishes, then so be it. A little shelfware here, but nothing too bad. This is an OGN, it seems like. I'm gonna double check, but I think it's an OGN. If according to Amazon, this is only 96 pages, so I don't think it collects anything. Oh, okay, let's not do that. Nope, the vault 1 through 3 is collected in here. That's good to know. Okay, so that one you already saw in part 1. I still like doing that, the part 1 and part 2, and then doing parts 1 and 2 together in the complete haul. Now this is the one I was talking about, that despite the fact that it's used very good, there's a lot of blemishes. And this is Halcyon by Mark Guggenheim. Now this is one of 2 books that I got that the cover is different. The cover I have here is different than the one they show on Amazon's website. Now, this was one that I had to sacrifice getting used very good, so I could have gotten everything that I wanted for everything that I wanted at once. So I didn't really mind it, you know. And again, there's nothing in here that's like that really pisses me off. There's a couple things here, but it's like what the hell ever, you know. So just like very small blemishes, like right there. And what was the other one I noticed? Where is it? I know it was on the back cover. Oh, here's right here. Right? Is it here? I don't know. But very, very small blemishes. I think I see it. And there's something here. It's like a sticker that they tore off. Probably it's saying that it was only $2 and no shipping. But when they got it from before, they didn't want to have the price tag on there. But yeah, there's a sticker on here. They ripped it off. Left some residue. And maybe some dirt here. No, that's from the sticker. Yeah, definitely used very good. Maybe even used like new. I'm sorry, maybe even used good. But definitely not anything above used very good. This is written by Mark Guggenheim with artwork by Tara Butters. Doesn't say specifically. Oh, sorry. Tara Butters and Mark Guggenheim wrote this book. That's right, too. That was the artist for Captain Marvel. It's like, oh, there's 2 writers for this book. What the hell? And Brian Bowden, him, is the artist. Yeah, the only other thing Tara Butters has done is, I believe, artwork. Maybe co-writing the Kelly Thompson Captain Marvel series. There's that. The artwork. But you will soon see a book that was used like new and is not used like new. And it really pissed me off. Spoiler to that, I did get a replacement. I got a second copy, and we're hoping and praying that it's just the book itself. I'm sorry, we're hoping and praying that it's not the book itself. It's just the way the book came in, and it's not the printing of the books. Hopefully, it's just the third-party seller's fault. And the other Mark Guggenheim book is Torrent. So yeah, this one collects 1 through 5, right? I want to double check to make sure. Yeah, I know it is. And Torrent, also collecting 1 through 5 of 1 through 5 of the series, written by Mark Guggenheim, with artwork by Justin Greenwood, so same artist as did The Iron Saint, and colored by Rico Renzi. And then here's the artwork for, hey, oh, bookmark. And here is the artwork for Torrent. Both this and Halcyon are both superhero. I find that kind of interesting. The only one that wasn't superhero was Too Dead to Die. So that was seen in part 1, so we're not going to be showing that one off, obviously. This is the other book that's different than the cover that they show on Amazon, and also seems to be a bit thicker than 144 pages, but it must be the paper quality they use, and that is Jason Rubin's The Iron Saint. And this seems to be the only thing. This is the only thing that the guy has written. You check on Amazon, it's the only thing that shows up. And then, for whatever reason, like, it was issue 1 or a different printing of the Iron Saint that actually matches this cover. Very strange. And this one is so old that they don't even have the Image Comics logo right here. It's the, like, Top Cow one. This is Image. We look here. It does still show Image. So this one collects 1 through 4 of the issues 0 through 4 of the Iron Maiden, and then Iron and the Maiden, and it was renamed as Iron Saint. Brutes, Bims, and the City, issue 1. So 6 issues, I guess. Cool. This one, they said, was very much like the, spit it out, yeah, definitely really cool art. Definitely really cool artwork. Definitely, you can tell what era this was made in, like early 2000s artwork. But I don't mind that at all. So yeah, written and created by Jason Rubin. The art is done by Francis Manapul and Joel Gomez. So this one they had comparisons to Escape from New York and Beauty and the Beast of all things. Like you see this cover, that's the last thing I think of. Yeah, looked very interesting. I had to have it. Now there was you can give it $5. It was used acceptable condition from Amazon. I almost wanted to buy that and see how it came in, and then obviously have that copy. Like no shit, have that copy. But just out of pure curiosity. It's another used very good book, by the way. The only real blemish I can see is right here. Is a little it's like spine tick, I guess you could say. And again, some little blemishes here. Now, is this also one that had a little sticker on it? No. Nope. But yeah, use very good is just like, that's kind of my last resort. I only want to do use very good, if I absolutely have to. And sometimes I have to. Like this time I made it, I had to make a sacrifice. I think one was only available. No, actually that one was. I was thinking Iron Saint was only available used very good, but it wasn't. It was a used like thing. But anyways, moving on to sorry, that was in part 1. And honestly, a lot of the blemishes, I had to give credit where credit is due. I've gotten those same sorts of blemishes on Amazon Books new copy. So, now this one was kind of funny. So, Halcyon and this next one were from one third-party seller and, according to Amazon, in one package. They weren't. And I got Beast by Megan Churchland a day early. So, it's again HPB Ruby, Half Price Books Ruby. And I will never, ever be ordering from them ever again. First of all, they took forever at leaving one facility. It was like, okay, you know what? It's far away. This should happen, so fine. But then it was at the facility right before mine for 2 days. I think it was actually 3 days. And I was like, what the hell? Like, why be at that facility? Like, it was Amazon, be next day guaranteed. It was so damn annoying. And then, what else happened with the book? There was something else that happened. I was really annoyed about it. But I don't know. But and it finally one book came in yesterday, and then one came in today. But it's way too long. So I can always count on HPB Ruby to be the last ones to come in if I've been ordering from third-party sellers. And this was by a wide margin, too. Like, it was like, today is Wednesday, and the last book came in on Monday. That was before this one. So, yeah. Now when I ordered it on Saturday, so like they had every right to take a little bit longer. Yeah, this is written and illustrated by Marion Churchland. Now this was the only one I needed left from Marion Churchland. Now, why did I get Marion Churchland books? Well, you will soon see here why I did that. Yeah, it's a little thing here. That's cool. Now this one does, again, you can definitely tell it's used very good. There's a little blemish. There's something somewhere. I don't know. Oh, the other thing was, the packaging wrap they used, the whole entire, this whole entire thing was almost all exposed. And yesterday it was raining. Now, I didn't even know the book was in, because I didn't have any, because it was one package or 2 books, so one book, for whatever reason, one came in before the other did. And I had no way of knowing that, oh, one of your books is in. No notification, no nothing. And it was raining yesterday. Thank God there was no wire damage here. Oh, this is the other thing. And there's a little, like, thing here, and it's like bent a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. But I felt this, like, uh-oh, is it water damage? It wasn't. It's just the way that it is. And there's a little scratch here I can see from here. But yeah, it was very annoying. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, never ordering them again. And that wasn't their fault. That was no, it is their fault, because why'd you have 2 different books? Or 2 different, one package per book. Like, Wonder Book doesn't do that. The best ones, honestly, all of them have been good besides HP Ruby. But the best ones, the ones that I will definitely get a book from again, like they have it, is Wonder Book and Why Pay More Online. Those are the best ones in my opinion. All the others are fine. Like all the other half-price books are good, but I've had the best luck with Wonder Book and White Paper Online. Now this one is definitely not the kind of book I would ever get. This is the Hakohm book by Marion Churchland. Now this is the only other book I needed from Marion Churchland, so I was like, you know what, let's make a sacrifice and get this book. Also, it has this thing, it's kind of funny. But it gives me a lot of Relish vibes. Now this just seems to be more of a story, kind of, sort of. And it's not like... It's like a blog that she made, but it's for the character, this little goblin character. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be kind of interesting, but nothing I would ever like. If it was the only thing by Marion Churchland, like, and she didn't write anything else for Image Comics, I would not have gotten this book. And just say fantasy, so I imagine that is like its own little thing. And what's nice about this here is they have like a lot of like splash pages here that I don't have to read a whole lot, but definitely not my kind of thing. Now I thought, and the only there's another reason why I got this is because a while back, your boy Zach was going over, I think it was the same video he went over Brian Wood, which is kind of funny. But, because I got Brian Wood books. And spoiler, that's one of the books that came in kind of damaged. But anyways, and he was talking about, like, a blog that the writer of N.D. Stevenson, I believe, the writer of, Nimona had, and the blog looked, I don't know if I had seen it or whatever, but he said it looked very interesting. It was, like, going over, like, her personal life, and that's what I thought this book would be, but it wasn't. And I swear to God, the font was different. I remember looking through this, but guess not. But this one, like, hey, at least it goes by chapter. You know, it has chapter breaks. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, definitely not anything I would buy. This is bored. This is like just by because it has like artwork on it. It still technically counts as a graphic novel. And this was the whole reason why I had even bothered with Marion Churchland in general. It's because, according to the back here, she did the story for From Under Mountains, a book I have read before, and I remember liking it enough to want to purchase it myself. And this was one I did. This is one I did not. This is also one that I did not get. I was gonna get it last year, and last year I didn't care. If my library had it, that'd be like, that's the only way I'm reading it, if my library has it, you know, save money. But now I'm like, nope. Because and a lot of it was just so every month I'd have at least one book I've read before, so if someone wanted to ask a question about any of the books I got, I'd say, hey, I've read this book before. This is how I felt about it. And this one I remember liking enough. I remember not being too crazy about it, because it kind of was all over the place, but I think a reread is in order. I think I would like it a lot more. But still a good book. But this one is like a war, I believe, and like with goblins, and it's kind of funny is that Goblin was also for a Hakohm book, and there's just also the covers and the story are done by Marion Churchland. Oh, did I go with this? Have I been? No, I've been doing good. As I said, yeah. So Beast was by everything was by Marion Churchland here, and same for Hakohm book. Everything's done by Marion Churchland. We're still good. Alright, anyways, continuing on. So, art and colors is done by Sloan Young. Story and script is done by Claire Gibson. And then story again, but covers is done by Marion Churchland. And then that's it. Oh, and backup art done by Brandon Graham, which is kind of funny, because I got a Brandon Graham book, too. I've also read before. So yes, From Under Mountains. The only thing I gotta say I do hate about the third-party sellers in general is that sometimes they have so much tape on the book that I have to, like, bend the book a little. Like, not bend it myself, but, like, I have to, like, rip it out. Like, this is the packaging wrap, and this is the book. Here, I'll do it here. This is the packaging wrap, and it's the book, and I have to kind of go like this to get it out of there, and I hate doing that because I feel like, oh, the blemish that's gonna show on here is because of the way I open the book out of the package, not the actual book itself. But this is one of the books, but it does seem to have fixed itself because I had it sacked, which is nice. Now we got Arclight by Brandon Graham, and then artwork done by Marion Churchland. Now this one I do remember liking a lot. This one was like my kind of book. It's fast paced fantasy. It definitely was the only, honestly, only I read two, but definitely my favorite Brandon Graham book out of the two that I've read. And technically, even though it's a long time ago, Prophet. The other one I read I did not like at all was King City. And that's the only thing that's holding me back from completing my Image Comics run on everything that Brandon Graham has done for Image Comics. And there was one other thing he did called Island. I think that's what's collected in King City, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, because I don't think it is. But if Island is not collected anywhere else, yeah, no shit, I'm gonna say the hell with it. Hey, sorry, from Front of the Mountains. I didn't go over that when it collects. Now, anyone collects issues. This is 1 through 6 From Under Mountains. And Arc Light is 1 through 4. And it's 8 houses, 1 through 2. And then it got renamed to Arc Light 1 through 4. But it doesn't say. It just says Arc Light 1 through 4. Yeah, like the first 2 issues, it was 8 houses, Arc Light. And then issues 3 and 4 was renamed to Arc Light. Just Arc Light. I don't know why they bothered to do that either, but that's what they did. Then we have The Rattler by Jason McNamara with the artwork done by Greg Hinkle. Now this one I got in for $5. And it was used, I think it was actually used like new. Definitely good artwork here. Sorry, I kind of stalled here. This is the kind of black and white artwork I don't mind. It's when you can tell that they originally intended the comic to be in black and white, so they make sure they can see everything. This one, I don't know too much about. It looked interesting enough. It was $5. Image Comics, why not? And pretty thick for only being like, what, 96 pages again? This one is Mara, written by Brian Wood. Oh, there we go. Akira, Hunger Games, and Superman Collide, the AV Club. And spoilers, I'm getting Akira this next time I go to the library. As I decided to, and this wasn't to this. I just read that. I just saw that here, just today. So yeah, Ming Doyle is the artwork. No, yeah, and then Jordi Belair was the color. So sorry. Written by Brian Wood. Artwork is done by Ming Doyle, and then colors done by Jordi Belair. Jordi Belair seems to do like colors for every other book that I read. She's definitely at least one book I take out from the library. They seem to have Jordi Belair doing the colors for at least one. Like, every time I go. It's funny. So yeah, this is 1 through 6 of Mara. Wow, $12.99. That's what it should be. Like from now on. That's what it should always have been. That's a good price point, especially for collecting 6 issues. Yes, Mara. Brian Wood. Then we have The Tourist, written by Brian Wood and Tony Cypress, or is he the artist, Tony Cypress? Yep, sorry. Illustrated by Tony Cypress. And no colors, because this is also in black and white. Like The Rattler. So it seems like the only book I have by Brian Wood for Image Comics, of course, the one I had before, Starve and, what's the other one called? Starve and Black Road. But other than that, and Mara, everything else that he's done for Image Comics seems to be in black and white. It's kind of funny. But this is an OGN, I believe. Let's just double check here. Yep, looks like it. Okay, so OGN. Now this next one you have seen before, and I was not the biggest fan of the series, but it was the last thing I needed from Brian Wood for Image Comics. Now this printing of Channel Zero is the complete collection, is from Dark Horse, but the original series, at least the first 5 issues, was Image Comics. And then they had a prequel comic that was Apes Plant Lar. I have no idea why, but it was. And then they had a complete collection by Dark Horse. But I still count this as being an Image comic. Now, one thing that kind of really confuses me is that there is an issue of Channel Zero called Channel Zero Dupe. Now, this is the complete collection. Dupe came out in the late 90s, along with Channel Zero 1 through 5. So it should be, by all means, be collected in here. But there's no way of me knowing. It's really annoying, too. But Hopefully it's collected in here. If it's not, it's not. But I'd hate if it wasn't. Now this one I did not. This one I wasn't too crazy about because there's a different format of. There's a different way of telling the story. Usually it's done a lot of word balloons. There's some narration. Some comics have more narration than others, but this seemed to be almost all narration. And then there was some word balloons, and I didn't like that at all. But I think knowing that now, I think a second read through again is needed, and then it will definitely benefit too. Knowing having my expectations lowered will make it a lot better the second time. And even if I don't, it was the last Brian Wood book I needed. I wasn't gonna not get it, As you have seen, as you knew with Hakone book, it's like whatever last book I need, even if it doesn't interest me, I'll still get it. Now this is last and kind of the least. This is the Couriers by Brian Wood, collecting the Couriers, Dirt Bike Manifesto, The Battle of Johnny Funwrecker, and Couscous Express, all OGNs, but all collected into here. And it wasn't like it was Couriers 1 through 6, Dirt Bike Manifesto 1 through 7. No, it was just OGNs. Now, for the most part, you cannot tell there's anything wrong with this book. Okay, there's a little there's what I didn't like. There's a little so that was the way I opened the book. A little spine take here, or the cover on the cover here. But very, very small blemishes until I kept hearing. You can't hear it anymore. But the book is coming apart. The binding is breaking. Now I really hope that it's just this copy that I have that has this problem with it. And the copy that I ordered again, that's coming on Saturday, is gonna be just fine. I'm hoping, because this is bullshit. Now, I only paid $11 for this, and I don't blame anyone, because honestly, just flipping through it, you can't tell there's anything wrong with it. Anything at all. Even this little eye that you see, I've seen in other books that I own, and it's not broken apart. So there's no way of knowing. So I don't blame the third party seller itself. I blame whoever owned this book before and probably knew that and was trying to get some extra money and say, hey, this is used like new. The guy that gave the book to half price books. But yeah, that is just 8 tons of bullshit. Now, if I hold it so I'd have to if I hold like this, you can't really tell. And that's how I read books when I'm sitting on my bed, it's like this, holding like that. But yeah, getting a new copy of this book was definitely in order. But that, as I say, is that. 16 books total. Technically it's 14, but I count as 16. And technically they all are Image Comics. I mean, technically we're Dark Horse, but I still count as Image Comics. But that, as I say, is that. 28 minutes going over, that's not good. The complete collection is going to be, a complete April haul is going to be a lot shorter, I feel. Not a lot shorter, but you get the point. So I'll do it. I was going over an update, but I'll do that on tomorrow's video.